Okay, friends, so today we're going to start off by reading the poem like we usually do, so let's go ahead and get started with that. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. Adieu. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set this poem to the side for a little bit, and we're going to see if we can put our words back together. Now put your poem to the side, but see if you can do this without looking at it. Of course, if you need to look at it, no problem, but we are going to see if we can put the poem back together. All right, so let's read this first one. I lost my poor meatball. Is that the first sentence of our poem? No, it's not, so we're going to put that to the side for right now. Now let's read this one. All covered with cheese. Is that the first line? No, so we're going to put that to the side too. Let's read this one. On top of spaghetti. That's the first line of our poem, so we're going to start by putting that one up here. All right, so now let's look for our second line of the poem since we've already done the first line. Okay, so let's read this one here. When somebody sneezed. Is that our next line of our poem? No, it goes on top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. That's what we're looking for. I lost my poor meatball. Is that the next line? No, it is not. Let's see if we can find it. How about this one? All covered with cheese. That's the next line of our poem, so we can put that under our first line. Okay, so on top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. All right, let's read this one and see if it's our next line. When somebody sneezed. That's not our next line, silly. Let's see if it's this one. I lost my poor meatball. That's the next line, so we're going to put it under that one. And now we need our last line, so let's make sure this is our last line. When somebody sneezed. That is our last line. All right, so let's read our poem through and make sure it makes sense. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. Awesome job putting the poem back together. It looks good.